Good evening and welcome to the Brunswick Beat.
Your wherever, whenever news brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Caroline Curran.
And I'm Rachel Johnson. In our top news story tonight, 83-year-old Ocean Isle Beach resident Betty Grace Grab was killed last Friday in a head-on collision. The wreck happened on Beach Drive near Ocean Isle. Troopers say 67-year-old Brenda Chapman II crossed the center line and struck the vehicle driven by Grab's husband. Charges in the wreck are pending.
A South Brunswick high school student and star football player was killed in a weekend shooting. 19-year-old Marcus Hankins was fatally shot around 1 a.m. Saturday, April 16th, at a party at Brunswick County's Democratic headquarters on Old Ocean Highway in Bolivia. No arrests have been made in the case, and authorities have released few details about the shooting. Read more about Hankins' football career and what those close to him had to say about him in this week's Beacon.
A 13-minute audio recording of recently released minutes from a property discussion at Calabash Commissioner's March 8th closed meeting indicates the board was more aware of the discussion than official statements claim. Town Commissioner Bill Dixon's participation in the closed meeting about his own property is a violation of state law and Calabash's own code of ethics.
At a county budget workshop Tuesday, county commissioners directed the county manager to go revenue neutral when creating the upcoming fiscal year's budget. For commissioners to adopt the revenue-neutral tax rate of 44.25 cents, $5 million of fund balance would have to be used to balance the budget. With the revenue-neutral tax rate, Brunswick County schools would receive about $32 million, which is $2.4 million more than the schools received this year. Chief District Judge Jerry Jolly issued a scathing administrative order last week, claiming District Attorney John David is improperly benefiting from a traffic court program. In the order, Jolly claims the recently elected district attorney is financially benefiting a campaign contributor through the new traffic court program, which he called the scheme. David has denied any wrongdoing, saying Jolly never approached him, and the concerns that Jolly's claims were, quote, wildly inaccurate.
Two Brunswick County commissioners want to see creationism taught in Brunswick County schools. Commissioners Bill Sue and Scott Phillips questioned school officials this week about the absence of creationism in classroom curriculum. Superintendent Edward Pruden said a Supreme Court ruling states creationism can't be taught as a science, but it can be discussed in other courses such as history or literature. Sue said creation is just as much of a theory as evolution and wants to see it in schools. The spirit of volunteerism filled the Odell Williamson Auditorium Tuesday afternoon. 6 Brunswick County volunteers received the 2011 North Carolina Governor's Awards for Outstanding Volunteer Service. Among the honorees were Pauline Hankins, James Nelson, Richard Rissmiller, Fran and Jean Pelletier, and Barbara Ladowski. The Brunswick County Volunteer Fair and Expo featured more than 45 local nonprofit and community organizations that were on hand to recruit new volunteers.
Brunswick County is one step closer to having its own hospice center. The Lower Cape Fear Hospice Foundation has raised over $2 million to date. Construction on the new 7-bed facility is set to begin in May of this year. Senator Bill Rabin spoke at a hospice celebration breakfast last week.
And again, I'm excited for hospice. It is going to help the area, not just those that need. It's going to help us in these tough economic times that we're going through. It's going to bring business to Brunswick County. It's going to bring a much-needed service to Brunswick County. It humbles me, because nowhere else in this state do I see this. And I talk to people every day, dozens and dozens every day, and nowhere do I see the coming together and the pulling together and the blessings that we in Brunswick County enjoy.
The Closer to Home campaign continues as citizens unite to bring a hospice center to Brunswick County. With Easter weekend marking the official start to the county's tourist season, local law enforcement officers are stepping up patrols to keep Brunswick's roadways safe. The Brunswick County Sheriff's Office has teamed up with municipal police departments and the Highway Patrol to conduct Operation Spring Break, geared to target aggressive and impaired drivers.
The days may be numbered for wild goats roaming 3 spoil islands along the Intercoastal Waterway. The state has begun accepting bids to dispose of feral and domestic goats and livestock by June 17th on Andrew, Alexander, and Abigail Grace Islands, which are on the seaward side of the Intercoastal Waterway near Ocean Isle Beach. The work will be awarded to the person who bids the highest amount he or she is willing to pay to humanely goad goats off the island. Read more about these stories in this week's Beacon. Also, inside this week's paper is the Easter edition of Island Living. It features many great stories full of local flavor.
Hi, I'm Catherine Jasowick, photographer at the Brunswick Beacon. This time of year, Brunswick County is as pretty as a picture. Do you know of a picturesque location? Let us know and we'll come take a picture of it. You can send us an email at editor@brunswickbeacon.com, or you can log on to our website, www.brunswickbeacon.com. Click the Submit News icon in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Let us know exactly where to be and we'll come with our cameras in hand.
The West Brunswick girls track and field team claimed a conference title for the first time in 11 years. With 5 first-place victories, the team won the Waccamaw Conference Championship by 4 points on April 14th at South Brunswick. Kayla McDaniel, a former sprinter turned pole vaulter, scored 8 points for vaulting 5 feet. The points proved to be the winning margin for the title.
An 8-year winning streak continues for the North Brunswick boys track and field team. On April 14th, they picked up their 8th straight conference championship, winning 11 of 18 events. The team has not lost a conference meet in 8 years. Montez Lane finished first, with his teammates claiming 3rd and 4th in the 800-meter run. Jamel Batts won first in the triple jump, with his teammates placing 2nd and 3rd.
The West Brunswick High School golf team claimed its first conference title in 12 years. The regular season ended with a second-place finish in a tournament on April 12th at the Players Club at St. James Plantation. The Trojans won 4 of the previous regular season tournaments, enabling them to claim the title. South Brunswick finished the final tournament in first, with North Brunswick in 5th place. Mason Roberts and Tommy Robluski, both from North Brunswick, finished the tournament in 1st and 2nd place, each shooting a 76. Greg Hensley was the top finisher for West Brunswick.
345 athletes participated in Brunswick County Special Olympics Spring Games. The April 15th event at Town Creek Park was the largest in the program's history. Athletes competed in a variety of events, from sprints to race walking to wheelchair racing and drumming. Each athlete competed in 3 events. The 2011 Games were dedicated to the late Terrence Crooms, who passed away in April 2010. His happiness, enthusiasm, and bravery served as an inspiration to athletes, coaches, and volunteers. Find weekly sports updates and many great photos in the sports section of your weekly Beacon. Now let's see how the weekend weather is shaping up in this week's forecast.
Hi, I'm Catherine Jasowick, education reporter for the Brunswick Beacon. With 19 county schools and a number of private schools throughout the area, Brunswick County students are always on the move. Send us your education news. You can email me, or you can log on to our website, www.brunswickbeacon.com. Click the Submit News icon on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Deadlines are noon on Fridays.
I have Callie here today at Southport Oak Island Animal Rescue. She's 3 years old, she's been declawed, and she's very, very sweet. She has had all her shots, she's been spayed, and Janine, the owner here at SOAR, says she would make a great lap cat, and she definitely would. She's just as sweet as can be. She's purring right now. And here at Southport Oak Island Animal Rescue, it's a non-profit, no-kill animal rescue shelter, and it accommodates homeless, lost, abandoned, and injured dogs and cats, and provides food, shelter, medical treatment, and daily care for its animals. It's open to the public from 10 to 2 every Saturday, and SOAR is always in need of volunteers. The phone number here is 457-6340. You can also log on to SOAR's website at soar-nc.org. Come on out today and visit Miss Callie. She needs a new home, and there's a lot of other cats and dogs here to see too. It's a good place to be, so come out.
Callie sure is lucky to be out at SOAR. You should definitely check out the facility.
And SOAR is a no-kill nonprofit shelter, and they're always in need of contributions and volunteers.
3 families recently said final goodbyes to loved ones in an unusual way. It was the first time underwater reef balls were cast off the Brunswick County coast at Calabash. The reef balls were cast with the ashes of families' late loved ones. They were decorated with mementos. Family members were honored at a memorial service on Sunday, then taken out into the ocean Monday to become part of an eco-friendly reef system.
The 3rd annual Brunswick Stew and Q brought in its largest crowd to date with about 1,300 people. Alyssa Walker's stew was voted the best in Brunswick. Her secret ingredient was her award-winning barbecue sauce, Get Sauced. Cameron and Barbara Bush of WHQR Public Radio won the judge's choice for Best Business Entry. Jeanette Gilson of Miss Jet's Jammin' Brunswick Stew won the Best Individual Entry. This year's event was held inside Planet Fun in Charlotte. This week we sit down with Patty Connolly. The new director of the county's Social Services Department tells us what she looks forward to most about working in Brunswick County.
The thing that I'm looking forward to most is that I love the size of this department. I've historically managed much larger departments, and this is a smaller department, so I think it's a wonderful opportunity to really work with the people that we serve and our employees to really develop programs that strengthen families, because I just think that there's some unique opportunities here for me to be able to do that. And I think that I have a great skill set to do that. You know, I'm all about including people and reaching out, and I see everybody very anxious to talk. So I'm looking forward to that.
Your vote could send a local band to London to open for Bon Jovi. Ocean Isle Beach band Aunt Polly's Glass Eye recently won the Hard Rock Calling Battle of the Bands in Myrtle Beach. They are now competing with bands from around the nation for a chance to play in London's Hyde Park. You can watch the band's winning performance online and vote at www.hardrockbattleofthebands.com/Aunt Polly's Glass Eye. Remember, every vote counts, and they can't win without your help. That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you know of a story or person you'd like to see featured on Brunswick Beat, email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Look us up on Facebook under Brunswick Beacon or follow us on Twitter at Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a new edition of Brunswick Beat, your wherever, whenever news. Tonight's Beacon shines on Seaside United Methodist Church's Easter cantata. Have a safe and happy holiday weekend.